Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Loa Hasmini, and if you don't already know, I am a second year student at UWC Changshu, China, and I wanted to make this video because I know that a bunch of you guys have been nominated to a UWC and you're all very excited to figure out what's next, and I would like to give you guys my own opinion on what you should pack, how you should think about packing, what you want to bring with you, because I know it's a really big concern and everyone's really concerned about it and wants to know what to bring and what's enough and what's good, what's going to last you for the year. So don't worry, everything is right here. Look no further. This will be your ultimate packing list guide. And a disclaimer though, this list is kind of based off of my experience in China, and so my experience or my advice may be mostly tailored to the weather in China or conditions in China. However, I will try my best to give a general overview of a packing list, but my examples will be very specific to Changshu and Changshu's weather and Changshu's overall packing necessities. If you have any further questions, make sure to follow me on my Instagram. It'll be linked in the bio. It is loa.lb. And if you would like to join a community with people who are also going to UWCs or also even still applying, feel free to join our Discord server where we have an accumulation of students from all across the world hoping to apply to UWC but also get to know people from the community and make friends along the way. So if you're someone who wants to do that, who wants to meet new people while you are applying to UWC, then feel free to join as well. Alright, let's begin. So the most UWC thing for you to bring is, of course, bring your national costume and bring your flag. That is specifically because of UWC Day, which will be on September 21st, where everyone will be wearing their national costume, waving their flag, and embracing the diversity and connectivity of everyone in the school. You know that one? And so it would be really great if you could bring your flag, maybe bring a few of different sizes, one to put in your room. I have one in my room as well. And bring just some souvenirs that you'd like to show to people, to gift to people, or even to just have in your room whenever you miss it. Because I also brought a few fridge magnets that I passed around on my first time. And I also have a license plate of my flag. It's over there. I don't know if you can see it. It's that one. And I also have 3 flags, one of each size, and I put one on my room and I use the other one for any miscellaneous UWC activities that require me to raise my flag. So bringing those is really good, and it can just help you have some pieces of, your country to show to other people, which is really nice, a part of the culture exchange. So it's a really nice thing to keep in mind. The next item that you really should bring is formal attire, which could be a blazer, a suit combo, formal pants, formal shirt. That's really because if we have any formal events that you'd like to join, such as probably MUN conferences or other kinds of conferences, and maybe even just an event where you require to be on stage talking to people in a formal way, it would be really good to pack some formal clothes to prepare yourself for the occasion and to just dress for it in a very neat, fancy way. And another thing is definitely to bring a lot of undergarments, especially socks, because we have this UWC conspiracy theory that once you bring your socks in UWC, they're not going to come out of UWC because everyone really loses their socks all the time in the washroom. And so make sure to bring a good amount of socks and try and keep them close. Try not to lose them because the myth is real. It happens. So make sure to do that. Alright, so speaking of clothes, make sure you inquire about the climate of your school or campus. For example, in CSC, we really do have all the four seasons, and when it gets cold, it gets really cold, and when it gets hot, it gets really humid. And so we were advised to get really good, really heavy raincoats and really thick jumpers and sweaters for the cold, but also bring light shirts and shorts for the heat. And so try and make sure to look into the climate of your UWC. And if it gets really cold, make sure you pack and make sure you adjust accordingly. And if it's really hot, do the same as well. Because the climate really does impact the packing list, of course. And so make sure to check. And if you're coming to CSC, this is an advice to make sure to pack heavy for winter clothes because the winter here is really long. It lasts a few months and it's not the best, but still you'll have to make sure to go through it. And so make sure to pack a lot of hoodies, a lot of jumpers, a lot of raincoats, or just one raincoat is enough. And if you're someone who gets really cold, make sure to bring some gloves. And if you can't, you can purchase some. But if you have some back home, make sure to get some, as well as kind of maybe a beanie as well, if you want to. And yeah, that's the one thing for winter. Make sure to pack according to winter mostly because it is unpredictable and it could last a while. And you want to make sure that you're comfortably walking around campus and not proning yourself to any kind of disease. Okay, so speaking of the toilet or the bathroom, make sure you bring your own toiletries, which includes your own toothbrush, your own toothpaste, your own products that are specific to you. For example, if you have your own skincare routine, make sure you bring enough of your products that will last you the months or the year that you'll be on campus. And then, for example, I have my curly hair. I bring a bunch of curly hair products from home that lasts me for the months that I'll be on campus. And then once I'm home, I go back, I restock, and I bring them back on campus. So make sure you account and you calculate for how long you're going to be on campus for and how long you're going to use these for so that you don't run out of them too soon. So make sure to pack lots of deodorant. This is very specific for China because for some reason it's really hard to find deodorant in China. So make sure to bring enough. That's also for good hygiene. Also, another thing is make sure to pack comfortably. Bring a lot of comfortable clothing. Bring sweatpants, bring pajamas, bring everything that's comfortable to you because that's really important, especially for example, in CSC, your classroom is like a 1-minute walk, and sometimes you just don't have the energy to get up and get ready, and so you just want to throw on a pair of sweats and probably just go in your pajamas. That is okay. And so make sure to pack enough so that you can feel comfortable in your clothing, get some comfortable clothes in case you just want to sit in your bed, do nothing. And so make sure to pack some sweatpants, some nice oversized hoodies, oversized shirts, whatever you feel most comfortable in, of course. And also make sure to bring, for example, an item that really reminds you of back home. For example, I brought a pillow. Some other people might have brought a statue, a figurine, a bracelet. And so do make sure to bring stuff that remind you of home so that you can also have it around and have a nice thing to hold dearly to yourself. Yeah. Another thing you can pack from home that is really sentimental that I brought was a bunch of letters. So I kind of asked my friends to write me a few letters from back home, also some teachers that I really liked, and I would read them every now and then when I'm feeling really homesick. And another thing you can bring is photos, if you have any printed photos of your family, and you can hang them up in your wall. And also a thing I would brought a lot of with me is food, because I'm someone who really loves the taste of back home, and so I brought a lot of stuff with me. I brought a lot of olive oil, if you know, you know, and I also brought a lot of mixed nuts. I brought a lot of just some herbs that I really like to cook with. And so if you're someone who really loves the special things that you have back home that you cannot find here, make sure to bring them, because it's always so nice to taste stuff from back home every now and then. And plus, if you're feeling like it, you can also share it with other people and have them taste stuff that you have from back home. And so, yes, food is also really important. And make sure to bring a good amount that can last you for a while. And if they end up being finished soon, that's okay. But so that can teach you to ration it out. Another thing that you can bring with you is a journal, a scrapbook, some kind of notebook. If you would really like to document your experiences or you want to document your thoughts, a journal would be a really nice idea, especially since this place is really eventful. It could get overwhelming for people, so having a place to journal your thoughts would be really nice, and it would be cool to look back at, definitely. And another thing would definitely be, if you're a musician, bring your instruments. I am someone who plays the violin, for example, and I just had to bring it with me because it helped me join some musical groups such as the orchestra, and it also helped me engage in performances where I got to play the violin on stage and also just show it with other people, just show the love of music. So if you're someone who has a very good passion for an instrument that you can bring with you, make sure to do so because it is a really nice touch to the atmosphere, especially if you can just grab it anywhere and just play it on the spot. It would be a really nice addition to the overall community. Another tip about laundry is try and bring more darker colored clothes because they tend to stain less and they wouldn't show as much as lighter colored clothes, and so that can help you out with spanning out your laundry and not wasting too many products or just evening it out. And for China specifically, it was easy to buy laundry detergent and laundry products from back home. However, make sure to inquire about your UWC condition, and if your current students recommend you to bring those from back home. I didn't have to because I got to purchase that really easily. However, make sure to check because laundry is a really important part. Okay, so I know you guys may be wondering, what is the ideal suitcase combination? How should I pack? What should I bring? And so the best combination is always one huge suitcase that always matches the weight of your flight or whatever your flight permits. Some may permit 30 kilos, 28, 25. So make sure to check that out in your flight ticket. Another is a carry-on suitcase, a small one that can help you with your travels from your country to the UWC, but also if you have any few-day conferences that require you to leave campus for a while, that's also a good thing to bring with, or for some trips, for example. And another thing is to bring a nice rucksack or a large backpack. It can really help you with your everyday, not your everyday activities, but for some major trips, some days out where you need to bring a lot of stuff, for some field trips, for some lab work. So make sure to bring a big suitcase, a smaller suitcase, and a backpack. Another thing you can bring with you is, of course, a tote bag or a nice little backpack for your stuff. I use a tote bag, for example, for my everyday activities, and so if you're someone who has one and would like to bring one, make sure to do so because it is really helpful to just carry your textbooks and your laptop and your charger. That's what I do, and so it really helps. The idea is don't stress about overpacking because at the end of the day you might even use less than you think, and so try and ration it out and make sure you bring a few of each of the things I just said earlier, and I'm sure it'll all be more than enough. And if it's not, your UWC is probably next to a mall, or they have some form of online shopping that you can participate in order to buy stuff that you didn't bring or you just forgot to bring. So do make sure to take that into account. So of course, what I mean by don't overpack is don't bring too much of something. So for example, with some clothing, for example for hoodies, because they do take a lot of luggage space, try to bring around 2 or 3. Same with raincoats or heavy jackets. Make sure to bring just one because it's just something practical, something for your everyday, and you don't always need to bring too much because that could impact your luggage space and what else you can bring. And so always make sure to ration it out. Don't pack too much of something, but also bring stuff that are true to yourself and stuff that make you you. So for example, if you're really into makeup, make sure to bring your makeup products. If you have a specific clothing style, make sure to bring it all and just enjoy what you bring, because what you bring is also a part of who you are. And so don't skimp out and try and bring stuff that don't match to you. Make sure to bring things that really resemble who you are and also make you comfortable, because you don't always have to bring stuff for other people. You should bring stuff for yourself as well. And so please do make sure that you bring stuff that allow you to personally accommodate to the new environment as much as possible, because it may not be easy, and so this can really help you combat the adjustment and help you adjust much easier. And it will not be hard. It will not be terrible. It'll just be challenging, and I'm sure you will manage through it once you bring things that allow you to cope with it a bit quicker. Thank you all for tuning in to my videos. If I missed out on anything, please make sure to let us know in the comments so that everyone can benefit from these tips. And if you have any questions, make sure to message me on Instagram. I will respond there much quicker. And thank you all for watching. If you're new here, please make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos maybe. And if you want to see anything else, do let me know and I will love to get to it. So thank you all for watching. I wish you all an amazing UWC experience, an amazing UWC packing experience. Enjoy these next few months before you go, because before you know it, you'll already be here. And so we cannot wait to see you on our campuses, and enjoy your packing. See you and have a great day.
Do you want to put the elevator slide?
Yes. Do it.
Ready?
Ready? I can talk now. So basically, you guys are gonna have amazing roommates. Manifesting that for you right now. Ta-da! Jump! Beautiful.